Hello everyone! Today in Tatara channel we will talk about the origin of Tatara. It all started when I was a kid in Porto. I was living a lot of time with my grandfather and he shaved every day. Back on those days everybody shaved. Some guys had mustache, but yeah, they shaved every day. And he used safety razor and a badger brush and alum stone, so the wet shaving stuff. I like this kind of products, I play with them. I was always asking my grandfather to shave, but I have no hairs on my face. And it was fun. I remember when we went together to the barber shop, it was a funny day because the barber always give me some toys and some things to come back home. And it was nice. I remember very well the guy and the place. So I think that all began on that time when I was, I don't know, 5, 7, 10 years old. So after that, in my teenage years, so I didn't care much about shaving. Sometimes I shaved, sometimes not. I didn't have a lot of hair. But when I entered university in the faculty of engineering here in Porto, and I met my friends Luis and João. Yeah, we actually had more hair in our face, so we started to shave. The equipment that I used actually in the beginning was from my father, and my father didn't use a safety razor. He used disposable razors, and I remember that I just used like 5 or 6 times this kind of disposable razor because it started not to make sense to me. It didn't make sense to all the time put razors on the garbage or spending a lot of money per week just to shave. So I asked my father if he had something from my grandfather. I went to his house, I grabbed some stuff, I started to shave like he did. And after that, I realized that I should buy some safety razor. I went to the market, yeah, and I bought my first razor. It was this one, the Mule R89. I like this color, so I bought this razor. I used this razor for 4 or 5 years during the college time, and it's a great shaver. I don't have anything bad to say about it. For the price, it's really good shaver. I can shave with it even today. So, but yeah, when I end up the faculty, I start working in CNC machining, and I start learning CAD/CAM software and to producing some parts. And I remember very well in my first course, in my first post-graduation, I actually did an update for my R89. I did a new base plate with a different plate gap. Yeah, this one in aluminium is still here, it still works. And yeah, it was the first product that came to mind to produce for myself was this base plate. The energy to start a safety razor or razors company comes from this moment. A few years later, so it was in 2015, I start meeting with João and Luis and start discussing business. We like to make some business together because we always work well in the college years, and we came up with different ideas, very different. and producing safety razor was one of them.
In 2016, we had a challenge to enter a school of startups, and Andre came to us with this idea. Let's make a safety razor. I have the skills, you guys also work in the industry, in investment casting, in laser. We have all the skills to do this. So why not make a safety razor product? And we say, okay, this might work. So we presented the idea to the School of Startups and actually got selected, which was a great deal for us because at the times we only had these engineering skills, but we didn't have business skills, which is also very important to start a business. And then during this School of Startups, we learned a lot about how to build a brand, how to build a business, and at this time we started developing the actual product. We started discussing machining because Andre has a deep understanding of it. He machined parts for aerospace, medical, optical industry, so very precise parts, and that's what we are looking for. We are looking for a very well made part and product, and we prefer actually quality over price, and that's where we realized that this is the way to go. We will try to make a machined product, a very well made, and to go along with it we build a love brand, so people would love to use our products. We made a stainless steel machined prototype and we tested everything we needed, since the machining itself, the sandblasting, the finishing, and even rust resistant to make sure the product was up to our standards. And then after all these tests we realized that we had a really good product and we could go along and start a brand around it. You might be asking why do we call Tatara to our brand, and when we were deciding the brand name, we were really passionate about Japanese culture, its quality, its precision, its minimalism, and we saw a documentary about how katanas are made, and I can leave the link in the description. And we found out that the foundry furnace, when they melt the steel for the katanas, is called Tatara. So for us it was like a light bulb moment, and we found out the perfect name for our brand. As always, please comment, leave all your questions in the comments below, we will answer it, and anytime you want you can reach us by email or in our chat. Even if you like this series, stay tuned for the next episodes. I think we'll like to see how the Masamon was made, and we will talk about it in the next episode. So, bye!